This is a First Alert Weather Advisory.
Well, as we've been talking about these severe storms all morning in parts of Pulaski and Fulton counties, we want to take you there now because this severe thunderstorm warning has just been extended for parts of really Fulton County, southern parts of Marshall County, and all the way into Kosciuszko County as well. So I want to show you right now where this is and where it is heading. So if we could take these graphics full, we're going to show you this storm system right now. And I'm going to put a pause on this at this moment and show you where the heaviest of the rain is. It's just to the south of Monterey, coming through Kewanna right now, Winnemac and Star City. The worst of it is just to your east, but again, still seeing that heavy rain and a lot of lightning out there. Now, this is the first of the severe thunderstorm warnings that were issued. Now, as we've just gotten this one issued, this goes all the way through Rochester. You're included in this. Silver Lake, just to the north of you guys, likely to get clipped by this as well in southern parts of Kosciuszko County that aren't necessarily included in this warning. Warsaw and Leesburg, you guys are also into this, and everywhere in between. Argus, you guys likely are right on the border of this system coming just to your south, but it's now looking like it's moving parts of this system moving to the north and east at about 45 miles an hour. That's the system right there. I want to put this into motion for you and get a little bit more information about this severe thunderstorm warning because it is a very strong storm and it's actually gained strength as it's moved through parts of Pulaski County. So basically it's moving to the northeast now. Rochester, it's on your doorstep here. Up to 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts have been radar indicated, and that's why this warning has been extended. So what I want to do here is I want to put a timer on this for you guys. Track this out where this storm is heading during the next maybe 20 to 30 minutes or so. So we want to show you that this is moving to the northeast at about 65 miles an hour, so a little bit quicker than what it was moving earlier. And I want to put a timer on this right through the Rochester area, and it's moving at a very good clip at about 65 miles an hour. Again, Rochester, it's just about on top of you guys, heading towards Walnut in about 6 minutes. Mentone about 13 minutes away from you guys. Etna Green, 16 minutes. Warsaw, you guys, it's going to hit you in about 23 minutes. Again, you're going to be seeing heavy rain, lots of wind out there. Could be seeing wind gusts upwards of 60 or 70 miles an hour. And we are going to be seeing the chance for some pea-sized hail also really in the middle of this very strong cell that's moving through parts of Fulton and Kosciuszko counties this morning. Southern Marshall as well. Leesburg, it's about 26 minutes from you guys. So as we're tracking this out, again, if you are in this yellow box, if you were planning on heading out, maybe you want to wait just a little bit because it's going to be within the next 30 to 40 minutes that we're going to see this system roll through the Kosciuszko County area. So even though you're seeing maybe a little bit of lightning or thunder in the distance there, if you're in places like Warsaw or Etna Green, we are going to be seeing that storm system move toward you, which is eventually going to bring that heavy rain, gusty winds, and some frequent lightning as well. And even though we don't put out severe thunderstorm warnings for the lightning, that is also a danger with some of these storms. So the main thing is going to be the winds that we have to deal with this. So what I want to do now is I want to put basically the winds on here for you guys, show you where this is looking like the worst of it right now is going to be in the Rochester area right now. If you can see where the lighter greens are, the blue colors, that is where the winds are going to be the strongest. This is where the wind gusts could reach 60 to 70 miles an hour this morning. So as we're kind of looking at this map here, you can see the area right in this general area right here, and it's moving in this direction to the north and east. As we head through the morning hours, we're going to be seeing this come through the south side of Argus. Bourbon also could be kind of side-scraped by this system, and it's heading towards the Leesburg area as well. Warsaw is also in the path of this. So anywhere in this severe thunderstorm warning, that's where we're really going to be seeing The chance for those 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts, very heavy rain again, which we've been seeing over the past couple of days, and also that frequent lightning. It's going to be a wake-up call for many across the southern parts of our viewing area, some of which have not seen those thunderstorms yet this morning. Some of those storms have been confined here to South Bend and parts of Elkhart and LaGrange counties. That moved up to our northeast, and now we've got this stronger system moving into our south. So again, that's where the strongest winds are at the moment. This is in northern parts of Fulton County, just to the north of Rochester. And I will actually zoom in just a little bit more here. We're going to try to zoom in a little bit closer and pinpoint exactly where this stuff is. As we're kind of zooming in here, there we go. We're zoomed in on the Kewanna and Rochester areas at the moment. Again, this is in parts of Fulton County where we are under a severe thunderstorm warning at the moment. Winnemac, you guys are still dealing with heavy rain and lightning as well. This is going to continue for you over the next 15 to 20 minutes, and then this storm system slides off to the east. So again, let's put on the winds where you can see where the 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts could be possible across parts of northern Fulton County. Right in this area, that is where you're seeing the lighter green color, the blue colors. That is indicating upwards of 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts. This could knock power out. This could knock down trees and limbs and everything like that. You really don't want to be driving in a system like this either. This drops visibility very, very quickly to under a quarter of a mile, really. And we've been seeing that for the past couple of days here across Michiana. So we're looking for 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, frequent lightning, very heavy rainfall with this system. It is a quick mover. It's moving at about 65 miles an hour, but it is going to pack a punch with it as we take it really through the Fulton County area and then into Kosciuszko County over the next 20 to 30 minutes. This is when it is going to be really the height of this little cell that's moving through the area. It is packing a punch. And as we kind of go a little bit wider out here, you're going to notice that most of the area is clear. Most of the area, we're not dealing with these thunderstorms, but it is that one cell in southern Kosciuszko County. We watched it come through the Indiana-Illinois border. It was severe warned there. We saw that coming, and eventually it was severe warned here in Pulaski County. Now, I want to mention this as you just watched that yellow box disappear, the one in Pulaski County. That severe thunderstorm warning has been dropped, and the reason for that is because now those wind gusts and all of that are off towards the east, and they are going to continue to head to the northeast at about 65 miles an hour. So this storm system is still moving. The worst of it is out of Pulaski County, but we are still seeing heavy rain, frequent lightning, and some gusty winds in those areas. The strongest of the winds, though, are now off to the east of places like Winnemac, and they're heading towards the Rochester area, if not already there. This is going to continue again to move very quickly to the north and east at about 65 miles an hour. That is what we've been talking about. So let us take a track and put a track back on this for you guys. So if you're watching out there and you're in this severe thunderstorm warning, here we go right here. It's moving to the northeast at about 65 miles an hour. Walnut, it's about 2 minutes away from you guys. You're right on the doorstep. You're probably already hearing some of that thunder, seeing that lightning there in the distance. Let me move this out of the way here. Heading towards Mentone in about 7 minutes from now. Etna Green, 13 minutes. Warsaw, just about 18 minutes from you guys. And I know this storm system, again, it is packing a punch as it's moving this way. Leesburg, 23 minutes from you guys, and then it's going to slide off towards the east, towards the Fort Wayne area. As we head over the next 30 to 40 minutes, it will be just to the east of Kosciuszko County. But again, we're seeing heavy rain, frequent lightning, and the chance for 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts. We've dealt with this over the past couple of days. This is the third or fourth round of storms for Michiana, and we've been dealing with these severe thunderstorm warnings for the past 3 to 4 days, and really for the past 3 mornings as well. And as we're heading through the next 20 to 30 minutes, again, we have to deal with another strong system moving through Michiana, and it is going to be moving again to the northeast at about 65 miles an hour. So this is the quickest moving storm that we have seen really yet this week. This is normally storms moving between 30 and 40 miles an hour. That's the average speed for some of these. This one is moving at a pretty good clip, and because of that, those winds are exponentially stronger and could be seeing those wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour. So let me take this off of here and let's put back on where those strongest winds are. Again, still just to the north of Rochester, and it looks like it's going to be coming into southern parts of Argus and clipping southern parts of Bourbon as well. This is in Marshall County where we're talking about here. We're going to, let me highlight this for you guys right in this general area. Those blues, the light green area, this is moving again to the northeast very quickly. Places down the line that should be ready for these strong gusty winds are places like Warsaw, Leesburg, everywhere in between from Rochester to that area. You got to be ready for these strong winds to move your way because it is going to come in very quickly, and just as quickly as it moves in, it's going to move out, but in that time frame, it is going to pack a punch. So again, these winds are going to be very on the strong side this morning, 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. I can't say this enough. It's really not time to go out at this moment. If you're in this severe thunderstorm warning or very near to it, stay inside for the next 20 to 30 minutes. Don't take the kids to the bus stop. Stay indoors. It is okay to be a little bit late this morning due to a storm like this. Again, we want to keep people safe here, keep you indoors, away from the lightning, away from those gusty winds, and really the best place to be is inside your home. So that is going to be the best place to be this morning. I want to get back out of this real quick and show you the radar, because this warning still is going on. Again, this is moving to the northeast very quickly. Rochester, you guys are in the middle of it right now. You're seeing this heavy rain and gusty winds. Let me put this into motion for you and show you how quickly this storm is moving. It was moving due east in parts of Pulaski County. Then it hit the Fulton County area, and now those winds have taken over, and it is moving now to the north and east at about 65 miles an hour. So places like Silver Lake, you are still going to get some of the gusty winds from this storm system. Mentone, it is on your doorstep as well. You're probably already hearing that thunder, seeing that lightning in the distance off to your south and west, and it is on the doorstep right now. Claypool, you are inside of this severe thunderstorm warning as well. We're likely to see those gusty winds and heavy rain come in within the next 10 minutes or so. And then it's heading up towards the Warsaw area. Also down the line of this storm is Pierceton and North Webster. This is towards the end of this severe thunderstorm warning, but again, this is down the line about 15 to 20 minutes from now. We still have to be aware of this because this storm system is moving very quickly and it's moving at about 65 miles an hour. So what that means is it's going to come in very quickly from the south and west. So if you're in Warsaw, Leesburg, North Webster, Pierceton, these areas that aren't really seeing any rain right now, you may just be seeing some of that lightning in the distance, but as we're heading over the next 20 to 30 minutes, we're going to be seeing this move its way in. So I want to put a tracker on this again and show you where this is heading from the front edge of this storm system, which is already seeing some of those gusty winds and heavy rain. Again, moving very quickly to the north, and we gotta actually move out on this storm because it's moving so quickly this morning. So let's move out on this, and we're going to try to get this tracker put on here for you guys so you can see this off the front edge of this storm system moving to the north and east at about 65 miles an hour. It's moving very quickly. Again, Argus, it's basically on top of you guys right now. We're going to be seeing this move into Claypool about 5 minutes from now. Etna Green about 10 minutes from now, so inching closer to you guys there. Warsaw just about 15 minutes away. 20 minutes to Leesburg. And again, in Leesburg, you might be seeing a little bit of light rain right now, but as this storm moves closer, it's going to move in very quickly, and it's going to basically come out of nowhere. Or, I mean, we're giving you a warning, but it's still coming out of nowhere because it's moving in so quickly. 65 miles an hour. Again, this is one of the quickest storms we've seen this week. And as it moves through, 60 to 70 mile an hour winds are possible. We're dealing with frequent lightning, so really not time to take the kids out to the bus stop. Leave them indoors. Everyone stay indoors and stay safe. Also, if you're trying to head out over the next 20 to 30 minutes and you're within this severe thunderstorm warning, The heavy rains that we've got going on out there, along with these gusty winds and lightning, is going to drop visibilities very quickly to almost less than a quarter mile at times. So you're going to be driving. If you are out there on the roads, you may have to pull over, put those hazards on, and wait this out. That's the best thing to do in this situation because it is so strong. These winds are so strong, combined with that heavy rain. There's really nothing that you can do to get through that storm. So you got to move over to the side of the road there, put those hazards on, and just let this storm pass. It's okay to be a few minutes late this morning. We want everybody to be safe. That is the main thing that we're looking at this morning, staying safe and not dealing with any injuries in the wake of some of these strong gusty winds. And again, can cause some damage out there. We're talking about power lines, trees can come down, everything like that. And we're going to be watching this again move to the northeast through places like North Webster, through places like Warsaw, Etna Green, Leesburg, Claypool, all of those areas this morning. So those are the areas that are still down the line from this storm system. Let's put this back into motion for you, and I want to show you again where these strongest wind gusts are because they're going to be moving very quickly through this area. Let's go back here and we'll put these wind gusts on for you. We're going to leave the radar in motion so we can kind of point this out to you right now, showing you that the strongest wind gusts right now just to the north of Rochester. That's where these blues and light greens are being shown on the radar right now. So let's pause this for you right here and show you that we've got this area right here, that area right there, that line, and that is moving in this direction towards Warsaw, Leesburg, North Webster. This may even make it as far as Syracuse with some of these strong gusty winds. They might not be 60 to 70 miles an hour, but 40 to 50 mile an hour winds can still do some damage after all of the storms that we've had. The rain that we've had over the past 4 to 5 days all across Michiana has really put a damper on things. Obviously, we've been dealing with 4, 5, 6, 7 inches of rain in places over the past couple of days. You combine that with more rain and 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts. Some of these trees don't really have much to hold on to because this soil is so saturated, and over the next 20 to 30 minutes we could be looking at some of that damage. So again, if you guys are in the path of this storm, we want you to stay indoors. If you are in this severe thunderstorm warning box, which I'm going to put back up here right now, you can see that yellow box right there. Leesburg, North Webster, Warsaw, parts Princeton in there as well. This storm system heading to the northeast, again, really packing a punch this morning. 60 to 70 mile an hour winds are possible. That's what we've seen this morning. I want to come over and I want to check on, see if we got any storm reports from parts of the area. We're not seeing anything from down in that general area right now. We're getting some storm damage from southern central Michigan, but this morning we aren't getting any reports yet of any damage down in these areas. But if the storm passes and you guys can safely head out maybe about an hour, hour and a half from now, we would like to see your pictures of this storm system, the aftermath of it. Obviously, we want to be able to cover this to the fullest here, and your First Alert weather team obviously keeping you covered. So we're taking a look at, again, the storm that is moving through Fulton County right now. It's also moving in the southern side of Argus at the moment, also towards the Bourbon area as well. We'll zoom in on this general area. You can kind of see Mentone, Old Tip Town there, Walnut seeing some heavy rain and lightning from this, probably some gusty winds there as well. And the front edge of this storm system, that is where the strongest of the winds are going to be. The strongest of the winds right along the front edge of this storm system, and as it moves to the north and east, these winds move in almost like a wall. All of a sudden it will get very, very windy and the rain follows suit, and that is really where we're going to be watching over the next 20 to 30 minutes, again heading towards the Leesburg area, North Webster, Warsaw, Princeton. It's heading into the Claypool area as we speak. You can just see the new radar scan coming in, still moving it to the north and east over the next couple of minutes. We're going to be continuing to see it move into the Mentone area, where that is likely where we're seeing those strongest wind gusts right now. So if any of you are joining us from the Mentone area, places like Silver Lake, maybe even the south side of Bourbon or Argus, that is where those strongest winds are likely to be at this moment and continuing to move to the north and east. So if you're in those areas right now, the time is now. Stay indoors. keep the kids indoors. Obviously, it's not a good time to be heading out to the bus stop right now. Even if you're out ahead of this storm system, we still see out ahead of it Warsaw, places like that. We know they're heading back to school very soon. Leesburg and Pearston in the path of this as well. Same thing with North Webster. This wind is moving that way. This storm is moving that way. And it's not only the wind gusts that we're dealing with, it's the heavy rain and also the frequent lightning that we're seeing as well. Now, this storm system could be weakening as it moves through the area, but again, this warning still remains, and the wind gusts that we're seeing from this still look to remain as well. This is a very big area that we're looking at, seeing the potential for 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts this morning. We can see that still north of Rochester here, and the Mentone area seeing that, south side of Argus, still maybe seeing it in the south side of Culver as well. Again, this is heading to the north and east at about 65 miles an hour. So Mentone, you're likely seeing the worst of the winds right now, but they are heading towards the Warsaw area in the next few minutes, heading through the Rochester area over the past 20 to 30 minutes. That's what we've seen as this storm system has rolled its way on through. Now, as we move a little bit farther in time, these winds are likely to keep moving to the north and east. This storm system is packing a punch, and even if it weakens a little bit, it's going to take a decent amount of time for these winds to wind down with this storm system because it is moving so quickly. And you can see the recent scan there coming up showing those winds slowly moving to the north and east. So again, we want to say if you are downwind of this storm in that yellow box, you had that severe thunderstorm warning come up from your First Alert weather app this morning, you are in the path of this storm system. It is packing a punch, 60 to 70 mile an hour winds along with frequent lightning and heavy rain. There is the chance for some pea-sized hail, but we haven't seen any of that this morning. The main concern with this storm is the winds and the heavy rain. This is going to drop visibility. So if you need to head out, if you absolutely need to head out and you need to get somewhere in the next 20 to 30 minutes in the Leesburg, Warsaw, Pearston area, you're going to be driving through this storm. It is very windy out there in the middle of this storm, as well as we are seeing those strong, those heavy rain bands come through as well. So let me put back on the radar here and we'll zoom back in. All right, yeah, I can do that. So as we're heading through the next 20 to 30 minutes, we are going to be seeing again this storm system move through the Fulton County area. That's where it is right now. Again, this warning being trimmed toward Rochester and then moving to the north and east. Leesburg, Warsaw, and the North Webster area. That is the area where we're watching this at. So I want to put a tracker on this one more time for you guys and show you as we're heading through the next 20 to 30 minutes. Again, this storm system moving very, very quickly this morning to the north and east at about 65 miles an hour. Etna Green, about 3 minutes away from you guys. Warsaw, only 6 minutes away. You're probably already seeing the lightning in the distance, hearing that thunder. Leesburg, it's about 13 minutes from you. Ligonier, it could even move up your way if it continues on this path. So we got to be aware of this. You're not in the warning currently, but you could be over the next 20 to 30 minutes if this storm system stays intact and continues on its track to the north and east. So I'm going to send it back to you guys there, but I'm going to keep you updated as we head through the next 20 to 30 minutes here on Facebook Live. So if you're looking for more storm coverage, I'll catch you over there. But for now, Tricia and Josh, back to you guys. Well, right now you're taking a look at 16 Doppler max. A lot of storms moving across Illinois and Indiana, but there's one here in the Indiana-Michigan area. Michiana, that's what we like to call it, obviously, but you can see it right here. Fulton, parts of Marshall and Kosciuszko County, right on the doorstep there in Warsaw. If you're taking out the kids out this morning, or if you're heading to work, maybe you want to hold off just a little bit longer because this storm system is packing a punch. You can actually see the little bow here in the form of that storm, and what that's signifying is some very strong gusty winds moving out ahead of this storm system. So likely coming into the Warsaw area just about now, or maybe in a few minutes from now, depending on where in Warsaw you live. Leesburg, North Webster, you guys are just downwind of this thunderstorm. Again, it is moving to the north and east at about 65 miles an hour. Silver Lake, the strong winds moving through you guys right now and then continuing off toward towards the north and east. Anybody over near the Columbia City area that is watching this morning should be aware of this storm moving toward you guys as well. I wanted to show you this, though, as we move a little bit closer. You can see the areas here of blue and the lighter greens here in the Warsaw area, coming into the Leesburg area. This right here is showing you between 50 to 60, maybe even a little bit more mile-per-hour winds. We've already had reports back against this system back in the Rochester area, back in the Fulton area, of upwards of 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts. We had 57 reported in Fulton just a little bit ago, and they didn't even get hit by the strongest part of this Boeing storm system. That was just to the north of that area. So again, this is the area here. These winds are slowly moving towards the north and east. Leesburg on your doorstep, North Webster, same thing with you. Syracuse, you may even be able to see some of these winds from this storm system, and it is coming through the Bourbon area as well. So again, this is the area that we're watching right now. The warning up for Rochester all the way up through Kosciuszko County, and we're going to be watching the winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour move through the area. We'll keep you updated on Facebook Live and on air as necessary, guys.